The last two Justice for All songs I gave you had bass tracks thanks to a video game. Today's song does not, so I made one using software, and it's 100% Jason Newsted. Whether or not you like it though is up to you, as its beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Stick around. Welcome back. So 9 songs, 5 glorious bass tracks, 4 with nothing. That's the reality. And if you've seen my other episodes, you know by now that the software I use does not lie. If the bass is nice and loud like it is on Kill 'Em All or Garage Days, you're gonna get a nice bass track. If it's quiet like it is on Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets, you're gonna get shadows and mud. In the case of Justice for All, there is no bass. Thankfully, we have the rough mixes, which Fleming Rasmussen did, which have a little bit of bass, and that's what I used to get to today's bass track. Let's get started. The main event. Written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Kirk Hammett. Eye of the Beholder is the third song on A Justice for All, and the first song this season not to have a bass track. So this is a brand new file that I created just for today's episode. The actual audio that I'm working with has an audio dropout issue. It crashes now every time I press stop, which doesn't make for a very exciting video. But that's because there's so much going on in my Eye of the Beholder file that it's nuts. This one right here, though, I'm going to use to show you right now the audio. And this is basically, Ian Rushforth and I had 4 stems. I chose his favorite and mine. His is going to be the main stem. It's got the left hand, the detail, the high end. Mine has the low end, the growl, and the right hand. And I have mine set 2 decibels lower than his, and this is paired with the remaster. By itself, I should say, or by themselves together, without the remaster, they sound like this. Is it as good as the video game leaked bass tracks? No, it's not, obviously, but it is Jason Newsted, and that's from the rough mix, and it is lined up to fit the remaster. Let's check out one more section of this song. Not as impressive as a bass stem, but with the song. Hey, there's Jason on there. Okay, now I'm going to ask, if you have kids, please ask them to leave the room. Jason plays a 5-string bass on this song, and he actually plays open B for a quite long time. And if you're James and Lars, and you're used to having Cliff Burton, the major rager on the 4-string Mother, and you hear a low open B string on a 5-string bass, you might get smoke coming out your ears and want to turn the guy down who's doing that. But let's just check this out. He goes subsonic there, he goes below the low E, but this is where it gets crazy. Right there. I mean, this is the one song on the album that I cannot hear an ounce of bass. Maybe this one on Harvester of Sorrow, but I mean, he's rocking open low B. Ian and I have had so many discussions, debates, and arguments about this section of the song. At first I didn't believe him, and he ended up being right, and lo and behold, there's open B all over that bridge, and it very well could be the reason they turned him down. So this is the actual Eye of the Beholder project. As you can see, it goes way down. This file's been around forever, but it's what I'm going to be using to give you the audio for this song. And as you can see, it has 2 splits. That's because this was done from the rough mix, and it actually has a 2-second shorter runtime. And this isn't like the Cliff Burton tracks that speed up and slow down. This thing was just 2 seconds faster. So I used another program to slow it down by a percentage, and it lines up now perfectly with the addition of these 2 little splits right here. So all told, Eye of the Beholder had a total of 2 splits across 6 minutes and 26 seconds, which equates to 1 split every 2 minutes and 14 seconds, making this the easiest track I've ever split. And now it's time once again for the in-album Lifeline segment, brought to you as always by Fresh Produce. No, not the brand, the concept. Eat your fruits and veggies. In this segment, I always ask the question, would I trade? Well, there's 9 songs and 5 bass tracks. Eye of the Beholder is one of the 4 not to have one. And given the fact that it's not my favorite on the album, and the 5 songs that do have bass tracks are really strong, I'm going to say the verdict is no. I would not trade to get Eye of the Beholder a bass track. I'm sure you figured it out by now, but the season 4 episodes are going to be 2 weeks apart. The Justice for All bass tracks are hard. And then the next 2 are going to be easy because they actually exist. And then after that, I have 3 in a row that don't. I call that side 2 hell. But in the meantime, look for the Re-Remastered song. It won't be out today. Still have a lot to do on it. And eventually, demastered and bass-only videos as well. One is next. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. This is the Metallica Re-Remastered series. Stay tuned for more. Written by Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, and Samantha Fox, the signature version of Eye of the Beholder would go on to be recorded by the Bangles. You're still here? You're a friend.